Hi everybody, welcome to the new year 2023, and in our lesson for this term, second term, we're going to be learning a lot of things. I can assure you that our lessons from start to finish would have a lot of hands-on session. So it means that you might have to be watching this video with your mom or your daddy's phone, and then you have your computer to practice everything that we are going to be talking about in the lessons. Now, what are we going to be talking about? We will be talking about the Microsoft Word. And if you remember last term, I introduced you to using the Microsoft Word to type. And we taught you how to add bold, how to add underline, how to do a few things using the Microsoft Word. We're going to take it to the next level right now. And today we are going to be talking about alignment. Alignment is very important in Microsoft Word, and we are going to be learning that in this lesson. But what are the learning objectives? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain what alignment is. You should also be able to state the different types of alignment, and then you should be able to change your text to either of the alignments, whether the left alignment, the right alignment, the center alignment, or the justified alignment. And we're going to put that into practice in today's class. Now, first thing I'd like us to do is to launch the Microsoft Word. However, before we do that, let me explain to you that alignments are used to move text to any direction of our choice. I'm going to explain that again. We talked about that briefly in the last term, but I'm going to explain that again. Now, the alignment is called, now there are different kinds of alignments. I'm going to be explaining everything to us, but briefly, let's launch the Microsoft Word application. To launch the Microsoft Word application, what we need to do is to locate and left click the start button. I have told you that before. You locate and left click start button, and then you type Microsoft Word. You just type Word, W-O-R-D. So I have different Microsoft Word application on my phone, but on my computer rather. But I want to use that of Microsoft Word 2007. It's a bit low, but it has all I need for this lesson. I know some of you might have Microsoft Word 2010. Some of you might have Microsoft Word 2013. Some of you might have Microsoft Word 2016, and some will even have Microsoft 2019. Any of the version is fine. Okay, so I am going to select the Microsoft Word 2007, which is the one I have on my computer system, and then if you remember, we were going to type a letter to our mom the last time, and I said letter to my mom. And if you remember, I taught you how to highlight, and I said highlighting a text, you can highlight from behind and you can highlight from the front here or from the beginning of your document. So if I'm highlighting from the beginning of my document, I'll place my cursor at the beginning of the first letter, I'll hold down my left click, and then I will drag to the end of the document and drop. Or if I want to highlight from behind, I'll place my cursor at the back, I'll hold down my left click, I'll drag and drop. And that is it. I taught you how to add bold. I taught you how to add underline. Another thing I want to quickly explain to us is how to change the size of our document, how to change the size of our text rather. So we are currently using size 11. I want to switch to size 24. Size 24. And then I might like to change my writing style. It's called text style or font type. So we have Arial Black, we have Arial, Narrow, we have Bohos 93, we have Bookman Old Style, we have Comic Sans, we have Clarendon, BLK, BT, but any of them is fine. But for this lesson, I want to use Arial Black. And then talking about alignment, I'm going to just explain that in a simple way. Now, don't forget I told you that we have different kind of alignment. We have the left alignment. This is the left alignment. So once you click the left alignment, our text is presently at the left alignment. It's at the left side of the page, left side of the typing area. Now I could choose to use center alignment. It will take this particular right up to the center. Or if I want to use the right alignment, it will take my right up to the right alignment. I could use justified alignment, but you might not see the effect of justified alignment here. Most times they use justified alignment in newspaper or magazines. But for this, our particular document that we want to type, we can choose to use the right alignment or the center alignment. Do you understand? Okay, so for this class, I am not actually typing a letter to my mom. I'm not typing a letter to my mom. I don't want us to type a letter to our mom. We want to do something that is more important. But before I move to the next thing, I'd like you to understand that the different kind of alignment is the align text to the left. I call it left alignment. Align text to the center. I call it center alignment. Or align text to right. I call it right alignment. Okay? So let me put this up by center alignment. Then I want to erase this. So basically, this is all that I want us to know in our week 1 lesson. However, there are other amazing things that I want to introduce us to in the week 2 lesson. So I'm just going to go right away because I want us to be far ahead of our lesson. That's the reason why we're doing videos like this. So we will just move to week 2 lesson. The topic of our week 2 lesson is database. And you can see already we are using center alignment for the title. But for the write-up, I want to use left alignment. So I'll briefly explain what database is. So I'll change to size 12. Let's go back to our lesson here. Database simply means record keeping. Okay? Database simply means record keeping, but I want to scroll to this page so we can see. Yes, database means record keeping. Now, database software can be used to collate, arrange, and store information in a well-structured manner. Database means record keeping. Now, why do we need record keeping? As children, we need database to keep different kinds of record. For instance, in your class, you have a class timetable that tells you what subject you should do in the morning, first period, the next subject that you should do, the third period, the fourth period. It helps the school to organize your learning process. At home, you also need database. For instance, food menu. It's good for you to have a structured food menu at home. You have a database that tells you what you should eat every Sunday morning, afternoon, and evening. What you should eat on Monday morning, afternoon, and evening. What you should eat on Tuesday morning, afternoon, and evening. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All of this can help your family to properly structure a proper balanced diet for yourself. So if you have a meal menu, you will know how many of carbohydrate food you're taking in, how many protein food you're taking in, how many different categories of food that you are eating. It will help the family to balance your food because database is important in our daily living. Aside using it to structure our food menu at home, we can also use database to structure our home lessons and our activities. It will help you know if you are playing too much, if you are learning maths too much, if you're learning ICT too much, if you're learning music. It will help you to plan properly. That is the advantage of database. And for this class, I am going to be teaching you how to create database using tables in Microsoft Word. Now, there are different programs used for database. We have Microsoft Word, we have Oracle, we have different programs. But in this lesson, we're going to be learning how to use tables in Microsoft Word to create database. So quickly, let's go back to our Microsoft Word document, and then let's learn how to insert a table. Simple. To insert a table, you take your cursor to the insert menu, you select insert, and then you will see different menus here. You will see table, select the table menu, and then you scroll down to insert table, and then it will pop out this option where you can select the number of rows and columns. So for this, I want to use 8 columns and then 4 rows. So 8 columns. So this is a column, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, column 7, column 8. And then we have row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So you should know the difference between a column, 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 and rows, 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 rows. So there are 4 rows and 8 columns. In our next class, I'm going to be teaching us how to type in our database. We're going to be learning how to create a meal menu in our next lesson. But for this class, I'd like you to practice what I have taught you today. Type your database, use the center alignment, insert a table of 8 columns and 4 rows. And at the end of this, I want to see what you have done. Don't forget that at the end of this video, there is a quizzes link that you can click to practice the activity for today's class. Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Bye for now.